Hey, what it do? Your boy is back. KQKC Boxing Network. And I be working. And now, Gervonta Tank Davis is starting to sound a little bit bitter regarding the fight between Haney versus George Kambosos. Now, let's keep in mind, let's keep in the back of our mind that Haney will become, if successful, everything goes according to plan, will be the undisputed champion of the world at this division. He will break or set countless of records, and he's doing it at a young age. See, Gervonta Tank Davis reacted kind of like he's bitter when they announced the undisputed fight between Kambosos and Haney. Now, what he said was kind of condescending, but also maybe he was just saying, hey, look, I'm the cash cow. Because he said, and I quote and unquote, that hey, I still make money, more money than both of them put together. Yes, you can perfectly understand why the WBA regular lightweight champion Tank Davis, who is 26-0 with 24 KOs, is sounding a little resentful about the news of Kambosos and Haney fight. See, the attention the contest is getting from fans as far as surpassed what Gervonta's next fight would be with Mayweather Promotions, when he's fighting none other than the allegedly a pretty much retarded Rolling Romero. That's right, I'm sorry, but I'm just calling it like I see it. Y'all know my phrase. It's called balls and strikes. So he's a legally retarded young man. Now, you can take that both ways. I don't care which way you take it. I'm just calling it balls and strikes. So, of course, when you look at that fight versus his fight, then he kind of bitter. See, his fight's going to take place on Showtime, pay-per-view, at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Now, he will be the one that sell that fight on pay-per-view. As I mentioned before, he is so-called the cash cow. I did an interview with Ronnie Shields, and he believes that he would be the next up-and-coming star. And also, earlier this past week, Floyd Mayweather pretty much insinuated that, hey, Tank might be out of there, because after the Romero fight, his contract is up, baby. That's right, his contract is up, and it might be time to go. Now, put this in your pipe and see, can you smoke it? Now, I alluded to that, hey, maybe Gervonta Davis can still be in the family, but not in the immediate family. Come on, follow me, people. Follow me in what I'm saying. He can leave Mayweather Promotions. No big deal. Floyd is his promoter, and he'll leave Floyd, but stay with PBC and just have Al Heyman as his advisor. Simple. Because we know PBC, no matter what other detractors or so-called content creators say, PBC is not broke. They are not broke, and they're thriving. Trust me, they are thriving. You heard it from Samson. You heard it from Ronnie Shields. Should I go on and on? Y'all better stop believing what some of these guys say without receipts. I can lie and say somebody called me too. But let's keep going. Now, Gervonta Davis, the position he has been in with Floyd has been limited. His skills been limited. The things that he can and cannot do been limited. So he believes, I believe, and many others believe, that he can be better than what he is. You all know how I feel. When a fighter, a damn good fighter, when he fight the best out there, that brings the best out of them. But that's not going to bring the best out of Gervonta Davis, fighting someone like Rolly Romero. Can I say, oh, he's a terrific fighter, but he's not on the same level? I can't even say that shit. I'm sorry. But what Devin Haney is doing is great. He put legacy over finance. So I tip my hat off to him. Because see, in his mind, in my mind, in the great Bill Haney mind, it get greater later. Huh? Hello? So therefore, if you're undisputed lightweight champion at that young age, and you a promoter at that young age, I think it will get greater later. Yes, sir. So Gervonta Davis is kind of bitter. And also, he knows that he pretty much is going to leave Mayweather Promotions. Now, Mayweather Promotions, they don't have no star over there. Now, Hitchison, I think is a great star, but he doesn't get a lot of play. He doesn't get a lot of fights. So, therefore, Floyd need to start using the fighters that he have, or try to go out and recruit fighters. One thing I can say about TERRE, they give their young fighters, young fighters, one with the 3-0, 4-0 records, 6-0 records, good television exposure. But once they get up to a plateau like a Terrence Crawford, or Floyd Mayweather, or Oscar De La Hoya, or Mikey Garcia, or Miguel Cotto, then that's when Bob has a problem. That's when he's trying to pretty much F you. Alright? So, now, as we move on, so while the WBC lightweight champion gets the opportunity to fight a 4-belt champion, and then we're talking about George Kambosos, who is 20-0 with 10 KOs for the undisputed 135-pound championship. Tank is left with what? A title defense of his secondary WBA belt against none other than Rolly, legally retarded Romero. Now, last week, Tank revealed on Twitter that his fight with Rolly would be the last with Mayweather Promotions. And you know what? I pretty much believe it now, according to the words of Floyd Mayweather. And listen, I quote and unquote again, my contract up, that's why they want me to fight this clown so bad. Now, this is coming from Tank Davis' social media. Now, this is leaving Mayweather Promotion could potentially open the doors for former 3-division world champion Gervonta Davis to get the high-profile fights that he's seeing other top lightweights get. And it can be despairing to see that happen. But he's going to need to sign with the right promoter. And we wish him luck on that. So, therefore, despite being in the pro ranks for nearly a decade, Gervonta Tank Davis still hasn't had what you would call that career-defining fight. Floyd Mayweather had Oscar De La Hoya for that career-defining fight. Let's give Gervonta Tank Davis that career-defining fight. because we know he passed the eye test. We already know that. But now, he needs to pass the competition test. And Floyd Joy Mayweather will not give him that. He deserved that. Give it to him, Floyd, if he re-signed with you. But we all know how Floyd Mayweather is. We all know the diva in him. We all know when it's time for Gervonta Tank Davis interview, he takes over. He has to be right front stage and center. So therefore, please, Gervonta Davis, I hope you make the right decision, and I wish you luck. And also, Devin Haney. These young boys are doing it. As I told you once before, and I'm going to tell you again, this is a new generation of fighters. These fighters want all the smoke. They are not trying to hide. They're not trying to hide behind the WBC. They're not trying to hide behind a promoter. They're not trying to hide behind a mandatory. Well, most of them don't hide behind mandatory. They go on and fight somebody else. So I wish Gervonta Tank Davis luck, and Devin Haney, I wish him luck. I am rooting for him. Yes, I will say that out in the open. Usually I don't have no personal stake in no fighter. I don't care who you are. Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, whatever. I don't have no personal involvement with a fighter. But I am a boxing fan, and I will tell you my pick and who I favor. Yes, I will do that. And right now, Devin Haney can be the best he can be. And still some, because he's young. He's fresh. He's sellable. And he can crack. This is coming from a boxing fan, not a fanboy. Yes, I interviewed Bill Haney. Yes, I talked to him on occasion. But I have to be honest. It doesn't matter. I think Devin Haney have a style that a lot of fighters cannot figure out. If they do figure it out, Haney will do what? Make adjustments. Then they will have to try to figure that out. Then what does he do? He make another adjustment. That's called boxing. That's called being a damn good fighter. Now, don't get me wrong. Gervonta Davis is still right there. As right now, I would say Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis are the top two right now at the lightweight division. So, also, Teofimo Lopez, he's still bitter. He say F Devin Haney and F Kambosos. Kambosos. He believes that fight was fixed. No, I don't think that was, Mr. Daddy boy, the takeover. Because if it was fixed, you wouldn't have took all that punishment. Your eye wouldn't been talking to everybody. You wouldn't been looking like the mommy from yesteryears. So no, let's not try it. But I can tell it's bothering him. It's very, very much bothering him. He got beat and he wasn't in shape, or he had the wrong game plan. If that was the game plan, it's the wrong game plan. Now, this is my advice to Mr. Lopez. Don't hate on Haney. Don't hate on Kambosos. They doing what they're supposed to do. So, with that said, this has been another edition of Boxing Updates. I will have more. I will have more today. So with that, I am KQKC. Hit my like button. Hit my like button. For some reason, you all never want to show me love on the like button. So, With that, this is another edition of KQKC, Boxing Network, Boxing Updates. And I'm on to the next one. I come on Monday through Friday, 12:30 p.m. Central Time. Then Saturday mornings, I have a call-in show, 10:30 a.m. Central Time. I am your guy on Saturday nights. I will call the fights blow by blow. No one calls fights like yours truly. Then Saturday mornings at 9 o'clock, you got me and Knockout Boxing TV. We will be going over all the fights on the morning after show. Oh, baby, it was lit this past weekend. It's going to be lit every weekend from now on all the way through the summer. So with that, I'll leave you with this. I greet you with the ancient word of peace. And that's Assalamu alaikum and Salaikum Salam. I'm on to the next one. Peace.